Hello and welcome to round 7 of season 3 of the EERC British Touring Car Championship. You've got us again on the commentary. So I'm Nick Homewood. I've got Pascal Egger here on the cameras, and we've also got Chris Tompkins, who is currently in the toilet. Qualifying is underway for this round, which is the Brands Hatch GP circuit, so probably one of the most famous BTCC tracks you're going to find out there. We've got Scott Sovic, currently the fastest, followed by Jack Nicholls, new entry for today. Luke Mitchell in P3, Oliver Hargitay in P4, and Jeffrey Ellis in P5. Mike Bell currently hasn't set a lap down in P17. He is the championship leader. And if he can outscore both Ellis and Sellers by, I think it's 15 points today, he will win the Drivers' Championship a whole round early, which is very nice for him. Hunter Boat Simulation also looking pretty likely to wrap up the Teams Championship today. And I think Scott Sovic has already won the Independence Championship. So there's a lot on the line. The weather's also looking a bit changeable, so we'll see what that brings. Mike Bell just put in a P7. We were on replay mode. Goes across the line. I want to be a bit higher up than that, no doubt. Because he is behind Ellis, who is his main championship rival. Who else we got on a lap? We've got Luke Mitchell just went purple in sector 2, but doesn't quite go faster than Scott Sovic. As he's going off the track, Luke Mitchell. Each driver in private quali, so they are on their own on the track and their screen. As we've got a bit of lag there for Jack Nicholls. In the hastily made, we'll call it the Smurf car, because it's nice and blue. Hopefully it doesn't hurt your eyes. Who's everyone's bets on for pole?
So far, Sovic looks pretty decent, but surely Mike Bell has half a second in his laps there. So
yeah, he has got the as Louis Hartley joins. Sorry if you hear my really loud keyboard.
Yes, the Max Bell is. That's what you were going to say.
Mike Bell, yeah, I think he's been up there all season, hasn't he?
Yep.
Where's Hargitay? Hargitay P5, he was very quick at Long Beach, and he also doesn't have much success ballast. Same with Luke Mitchell. They're in the fastest car, but with no ballast at the minute. So Sovic's doing really well to be up there, because he's got 48 kilos in that car. Jack Nicholls and Luke Mitchell separated by 4 thousandths of a second. It's all pretty tight. Down to P12 is a second in gap. They've got 23 cars, it looks like.
Maybe we see a new P1 after this nap from Nicholls.
Yeah, he's purple
Not
first.
sure why the second sector isn't.
Maybe he invalidated?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yep. Track limits can be quite harsh around here, so you need to be careful of those white lines around this track. Francisco Perez up there in P4 in the Vauxhall Astra. It's a very strong lap time. As the bit different to practice, we've got the front-wheel drive cars getting up amongst the rear-wheel drive cars. We didn't have that at all in practice, as Mike Bell goes purple in sector 2 and improves to P5 as Mike Bell then goes through the wall.
He's going to Hogwarts.
As I believe we've got Chris Tompkins back alive now.
Right, so I failed at driving, so now I'm going to fail at commentary. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we didn't bring the professionals today.
What do you mean? I'm very professional.
Yeah, okay, we'll see about that. Scott Mitchell-Martin with the purple first sector.
Francisco Perez already faster.
Yeah, and there's a lot to keep an eye on the timing screen. Nichols, purple. Everyone's. I think maybe the track must be rubbering in because everyone's going faster.
What's this
Jack
test?
Nichols across the line. P1. Very nice lap from Nichols. Perez coming across the line now, as he couldn't be bothered to do another lap, so just bins it in the wall. Perez across the line, P3.
It's very
Less than a
tight.
tenth between the top three. That is incredibly close. As I need to get the timing screen back up because I've closed the tab. What else? We haven't got anyone going purple at the moment. Oliver Hargatar in an outlap. I expected him to be a bit higher up than P7. Who else we got? Scott Sovic. Looks like he's just starting a lap. So he'll be hoping to find that half a tenth to get over Jack Nichols there. Coming into the last few minutes of quali now.
That might be track limits.
Yeah, I think it possibly was. Toyota not famed for being the most stable of cars in this. You drove it last year, didn't you, Pascal?
Yep, I did. But I never really worked myself into it since we had fixed setup and all of that.
As Mitchell Malm goes P5. 3 tenths between the top 5 now. Kiss up to P6. This is incredibly close. Scott Sovic not improving over his best lap through sector 1.
Mike Bell
It's
also
looking
not
like an
improving in
absolute.
this sector.
We've got Stefan Nelson, who's decided not to do any laps in quali. Can't.
Average Staffy moment.
Jack Nichols comes across the line to start another lap in the Smurfmobile. Locks up going into turn 1. But I don't think that lost him too much time.
Does he also have max ballast then?
He does, yeah, newcomer.
I love how that car is just completely devoid of any features.
That's what happens when you have to make a skin in about half an hour before the race starts. Otherwise, we'd have 6 agreed infinities driving around right now. As he's coming up to the sector 1 line, I think. Is he going to improve? This was a lot further along than I thought it was. He does, goes purple by not very much. 2 100ths of a second. As I've completely forgotten all the corner names. I think this is Dingle Dell.
Luke Mitchell just set a new fastest lap quite a bit faster than the rest.
4 tenths. So he's had his Weetabix this morning. Let's see what Jack Nichols' second sector is. As he's going to come through the next sector line here.
It looks clean so far.
I think it's invalid.
Yeah, the sector hasn't populated.
So he's probably going to get one more attempt at this. So this is going on to his last lap now. As Sovic moves up to P2, 2 tenths behind Luke Mitchell. We've got Perez on a lap, but it doesn't look like he's improving. As Luke Mitchell sets the fastest first sector again by 1.5 tenths. He's on a bit of a mission here, I think.
Oh, God. Got a bit of angle into that corner.
He's taking the Jake Hill line, which is all 4 wheels on the grass.
Yes, otherwise known as definitely on track honest.
Yes, definitely. Nothing to see here, officer. Right, coming up to sector 2, he's still purple by about 1/10 of a second. Doesn't look like there's anyone who's immediately going to challenge him for now. I'm not seeing any purple times on the board except Luke Mitchell. Well, yeah, no one else except Luke Mitchell there. As he goes even faster to put on pole by half a second. Oliver Hargitay as checkered flag comes out. Jack Nicholls back in the garage, as is Francisco Perez, so they're not going to improve. Scott Sovic coming around the last corner.
Purple middle sector for Hargitay.
Yep. It's not over till it's over. Sovic's going to cross the line, and he doesn't improve. So let's see what Hargitay can do. Cross the line. P3. Must have had an issue in the last sector there.
Yeah, pretty bad final sector, it looks like.
Got Mike Bell coming across the line. Doesn't look like he's
Also
improving, or maybe
invalidated.
even invalid. Anyone else? Peter Schooneman's on a lap. He is improving a little, but it's quite far down in the first sector. So let's see.
But he might get 2 people still. It's quite tight this.
Coming across the line. P9, he does it.
He did get him.
Bang. No bias commentary here. Louis Hartley across the line. Stays P19. I think that's everyone now, so we can pull up the
Staffy
final.
did a lap.
He did. And he wasn't last.
Not last. Incredible.
So on pole, we got Luke Mitchell, Vanderbilt Simulation. Scott Sovic in P2, Oliver Hargitay in P3, Jack Nicholls in P4, Francisco Perez 5th, Scott Mitchell-Marm in 6th, Tibor Kiss 7th, Mike Bell 8th, Peter Schooneman 9th, and Gabor Weik in P10. Magnus Ockenhaug P11, Jeffrey Ellis P12, Bradley Sellers P13, Thomas Savigny P14, Kevin Weeches P15, Maxime Bewley P16, Oliver Newman P17, Louis Hesketh 18, Louis Hartley 19, Andy Horton in 20, and Staffan Nilsson 21st, Chris Hood 22nd, and Frederick Lahon at the rear. Well, that was pretty close quality. Top 8 separated by less than a second.
And some relatively surprising results there with both Rookie Monsters car rather far down the order.
Yep, and the new guys there, what they call them, Oskies Racing, Mitchell Marm and Nicholls both up there despite having the maximum 75 kilos ballast.
I think they've done a very good job to be up there with 75 kilos of ballast myself.
Definitely. Sovic also done pretty well. He's got about 50 kilos. Mike Bell will probably be disappointed in that, but he's still ahead of the 2 Rookie Monsters cars who he's fighting the championship with. So I don't think we've got any need for a break here. We'll move straight to the race.
Also, Louis Hartley not where you expect him to be.
No, not at all. I think he was a bit late in joining the service, so maybe he didn't get any practice laps in. Right, we're moving to the race session now. Any predictions?
Yes. No.
Same.
I think Sovic with the lighter car might have a say in here. I feel like the tire we're gonna be rather high with a lot of off-camber corners.
So we've got, let me get up the tyre list. So in race 1, we've got Louis Hesketh, Thomas Savigny, Louis Hartley, Chris Hood, Oliver Newman, Kevin Weeches, and Mike Bell, all on the softer compound tyres. So watch for them coming through. This could be good for Mike Bell if he can make up some places in this first race on those soft tyres. It's a bit of a weird grid here at Brands Hatch.
I was about to say this. Very interesting.
That's just trying to get as many cars as... It's like a motorbike.
It is, yeah.
I am
We've got 10
scared.
seconds until lights out. I am also...
This just looks chaotic.
We haven't even set off the lights yet. As the lights come on, the auto director decided, right, 2, 1, and go! Scott Sovic gets a lot of wheel spin there. I think it's going to be Luke Mitchell that gets ahead. He's got the inside line. So we come piling in, there's no other word for it, into Paddock Hill Bend. As Tibor Kiss, I think that has gone off. Wide into the gravel. We've got one of the Maria Ford cars around. And Lehon has gone into him, but we're okay to carry on. no major damage. It's Luke Mitchell and Oliver Hargitay who have scampered, to the surprise of not many people in the Hunter Birch cars. Any other big movers? Mike Bell up to P6, just now behind Jack Nichols. Yeah, I think Mike Bell could be a bit of a threat here if he can
Yeah,
make
with
the
the
move.
soft tires, definitely.
Yep. We're just going to see Luke Mitchell with no ballast is going to probably, well, he already is, scampering away at the front of the field. Scott Sovic might be a bit of a sitting duck in the front-wheel drive Toyota, but he's obviously got less weight than the cars around him, so we'll have to wait and see.
I thought it was a Vauxhall. It looks like a Vauxhall from the back.
Yeah. The Vauxhall's in P7. Beautiful orange car.
That livery makes it look like a Vauxhall.
It's a good one. I like Scott's livery. He's got the Smurfs behind him. They didn't look quite as ridiculous in the livery maker when I was making them, but hey, they're still running in P5 and P6 at the moment. Luke Mitchell, not
Oh,
confusing.
hello. That was a look.
That was a lead. He's putting pressure on Hargitay here. I wonder if Hargitay's trying to hold them up a little bit to let Mitchell scamper away at the front.
But Sovic is not on soft tires, is he?
Sovic is not. Sovic has got the soft tyres
He's
in
feeling the pressure. He's going wide. He's on the grass.
race 3 for Sovic.
Very impressive from Sovic then.
Yeah. To be the only front-wheel drive guys, Peter Schoeneman's had a bit of an issue there. It looks like one coming out of Graham Hill Bend. Try not to get the corner names mixed up. That just looks like it was a mistake by himself, though. As Sovic's still piling on the pressure, isn't he?
So is Mike Bell behind.
Would you mind turning up the game sounds, if you could, please? Maybe in the break between races.
I should be
Meant
able
to be game
now.
sound?
Would you say?
It was meant to be game sound?
For the stream, not for us.
Oh,
We're not treated that well.
oh okay.
Luke Mitchell now 2.6 seconds in the lead. Oliver Hargitay still in second, but still having.
That looked like a look for second. That looked like a look for second.
Yeah, he's close as. Oh, I think that was Scott Mitchell Malm locking up into turn 1 there, but he gets away with it. Was that a move at the back? I think that was that Ockenhaug and Ellis, maybe.
Looks like Stellas went through and Julio.
Oh. More angle there for the Toyota.
Yeah, it's a good thing with the front-wheel drive car. You just plant your foot on the throttle and it just does what... You can get all kinds of angles.
Probably
You're
a
not
good case them.
Sovic's still right on the back of Hargitay. It's only a matter of time, I feel.
Like Hargitay is kind of the cork in the bottle here.
Definitely.
I think as soon as Sovic gets past, the rest will come past as well. But what it's allowing is Mitchell to just scamper away.
Yeah, 3.7 seconds now. He was 1 second faster than Sovic on the last lap. I can't see what Hargitay's lap time was because he had it disallowed for track. Oh, it's Hargitay
and-
crashing.
Oh, well, there we go.
That's that
I didn't mean
particular-
it that literally.
As he takes out the braking boards as well, that could be a headache for some of the drivers later on.
A simple inconvenience.
But that's parted the seas for Scott Sovic. Now see if he can start to get away from Mitchell, Marm and Nichols. I don't know if he'll be able to do anything about Luke Mitchell's lead, which is already 4.7 seconds. I think this is definitely an Infinity track. 4 of the top 5 are Infinities.
Impressive. Well done to infinity.
Hey, to infinity and beyond.
Until you end
we
up
got-
on Genesis.
Frederick Lehon has DNF'd or disconnected from the race.
That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. As Scott Suffolk does appear to be pulling a bit of a gap to Scott Mitchell, would you say? As who's this? This is Hargatai going for a move on Ellis. Looks like he's got the switch back there. He's gonna do the Jake Hill. Oh no, Ellis got on the grass a little bit and smoke screened him out. As we come round again, I think this is. Oh, and that's Mike Bell on Nichols as Nichols runs a bit wide. Sorry, trying to keep up on everything that's going on. It's quite difficult. I don't know how the commentators do this.
The miracle workers. Miracle workers.
You've got to have about 8 brains and four eyeballs.
You're going to have about 87 screens to keep everything open at once.
Yep. As here comes Bell on the inside of Nichols in turn 1. Nichols locks up. And Bell's got the inside. We got strolled a bit there. As I think Bell has made it stick into Druids. He has indeed. So that is Bell up to P4 and Nichols down to P5. That is looking good for Bell.
The camera just got run over now.
Yeah. There's a big gaggle going on now for P6, 7, 8th, 9th, and 10th between Ockenhaug, Perez, Ellis, Hargatai, and Savigny.
Hargatai at least still in a battle after his accident, so he'll have the bit between his teeth.
As Luke Mitchell continues to stretch the gap out front, even though Sovnik is now in clean air and pulled away from Mitchell Marm, he is not pulling that gap in. Mitchell was still a second faster on the last lap.
That's the power of the ballast, isn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's Perez win on the grass. That's going to send him off.
That is a big accident.
I think he kept it out of the wall and rejoins.
I think
down
someone else went off behind by the looks of it.
P10. Yeah, can't quite see that. As it's still Ellis and Hargatai, I think, is the closest battle on the track right now.
Well, apart from Nichols and Bell.
Yeah, apart from that one.
Apart from the one on screen, obviously.
Yeah, gloss over that. Nichols starting to pile the pressure back on. Mike Bell obviously on the soft tyres. I wonder if they're starting to wear already.
Possible.
He's pushed them quite hard in the first few laps. A lot of dust being thrown up. Really, track limits are being treated as a suggestion around here, but no one's got any penalties.
Especially around that corner. It seems that staying within the white lines is nothing more than a minor inconvenience.
Jake Hill has been employed to set the new track limits around Brands Hatch, so it's fair game. You can just take the Indy circuit if you like. Nichols still piling on the pressure on Bell, and Hargatai still piling on the pressure on Ellis.
Seems like that's another corner that track limits is nothing more than a suggestion on.
Yeah, indeed.
Nothing more than a footnote in the race director's notes.
Please stay on the track. Smiley face.
No.
Race director's suggestions. Everything seems to be looking up into turn 1 as well. Mike Bell had a bit of a look up there. Jack
It looked like a good bit of overspeed, to be fair, but he got on the curb and just lost it all.
Yep. As Frederick Clohon has rejoined the race, so it must have been a disconnection for him.
I know Von cars are just pushing each other around the track at this point. Interesting that they're different cars.
Yeah, you get the Astra, which is the best car in the game, and then the BMW.
Well, it can't be the best car in the game.
Shut up.
The badge on the front just ruins it completely.
As that is that Newman getting past Nilsson for P16. So we've got Bewley fighting with Sellers. I think the Rookie Monsters cars are really struggling with their ballast. Not up where you'd expect them to be at all at this point.
I think he's just lost it though.
Yeah, he has. So that's Hargatai going past Ellis. Looks like Ellis got a little bit wide there. Hargatai just said thank you very much. Is now back into P7. Now he can chase after Ockenhaug. That was my Discord stops responding. What we got here, Louis Hartley and Francisco Perez are very close. Oh no, Hartley's got a drive-through penalty for track limits, so he goes into the pit lane.
Unfortunately for him, track limits were not just a suggestion. Whoa! Archetype wide.
Very wide, but it didn't lose him too much speed.
He was right on the edge of the gravel, but it looked like he had a snap on the curb as he put his foot down.
Infinity set up for the Brands Hatch Rallycross circuit.
Best
so
setup.
Ockenhaug also goes off at Graham Hill Bend. Getting them right, probably. Mike Bell catching Scott Mitchell on the gap now, only 0.8 per second. Jack Nichols still right on his tail.
Actually brilliant for the Oski team, because if Mike Bell goes for a move and it doesn't quite work, it then puts Nichols right back on the back of him.
Yeah, absolutely. And still 5 minutes left. Mike Bell is going to be suffering even more on those soft tyres as we get into the race. Whereas both the Oski cars are on the harder tyre, the medium tyre. So it might be a bit slower, as that's Mitchell Marm on the grass a bit there. That brings Mike Bell to within half a second of him as we go into the last corner. Chris Hood on Andy Horton for P13 and P14.
Bell's got a run here.
Does indeed. Got to be brave to go for a move into there. But Mitchell Marm goes a little bit wide.
Seems like
Bell able to take a better apex.
top end grunt at the end of the straight. Like, you can get the run at the start and the middle, but then the Smurf car just pulls away.
So all three of these cars with the maximum 75 kilos of ballast, which is even more interesting because
And
they're
they're
in
the same
third,
car.
fourth, and fifth. Ockenhaug P6 also with 75 kilos.
It's either pure skill.
I think the ballast isn't too much of a hindrance around here.
It's
Most of the
a
straights are
straight
downhill.
line, to be fair.
Yeah. Got extra weight pushing you down the hills. Mike Bell definitely right on the back of Mitchell Marm now, as we've probably got 3 laps remaining when we cross the line. Luke Bell currently 9.5 seconds in the lead from Scott Sovic, who has another.
Double run. Here we go.
Here we go. Can he get the switch back here?
Again,
Yes,
though,
he
as
can.
soon as it gets to the end,
It's going to be difficult to go around the outside. Mitchell Marm holds the inside. He gets another switch back. Bell on the outside. Again, that's not really where you want to be for the last corner. Clearways, I think that's called.
bit of a lock up from Bell.
Doesn't quite get the undercut, but now you've got.
And again, there's Nichols.
Bumper.
Like I was saying earlier, the more they fight, the more it's good for Nichols.
It's 3-way fight for the podium with 3 minutes to go. Nichols taking a tighter line. They're getting a better exit than Bell. Can he? No, can't find a way out the inside at Druids.
Nearly a bit of touring car love there.
Share the love. Through Graham Hill Bend, nose to tail, really. It's now just a case of who can pressure who into a mistake.
And again, it's advantage Team Oski, though, because it's 2 against 1.
Yep. As Bradley Sellers passes Francisco Perez for P10. As I've just heard in my ears, a Factor 2 crash sound effect, as Maxime Bewley is
Legendary.
out of the race, as is Louis Hesketh. I wonder if that had anything to do with each other.
That was probably what the scratch sound was about. That's a PTSD-inducing sound.
It's not as bad as the old one.
True, at 2 a.m.
I hear that one every time I close my eyes. Still nothing to. Oh, as Ellis has lost a position to Stefan Nelson. Ellis has had an off and has got big steering damage. P2 in the Drivers' Championship there. That is not what he wants at all.
That almost certainly will not give them. Yeah, what's happened? He just hasn't turned.
Yep, just got on the grass all by himself. I think that's good. That's doing a Dan Camish. Do you remember when his brakes failed there? When he was 2 laps away from winning the championship.
No.
Oh, okay. I still feel the pain. Right. These three still nothing to choose between them, really. I mean, if it hasn't changed so far, they all get a bit wide.
You're meant to pressure one of you into a mistake, not all 3 of you. The truly genius thing here would be for Mitchell Moran to kind of back off just enough
Oh, no, this is
to
a
let
run.
Bell get alongside, not around the outside here though.
Maybe he might get the up and under on the exit. Mitchell Moran defends. You can go around the outside here, but he might go for another switchback, which he's done. And now he's got an overlap. And he's got the inside line. Surely he's going to go through. And he does. Very nice move.
I don't think it's over yet though.
And Mitchell Moran's got to defend from his teammate. As Luke Mitchell is on his last lap of the race.
As the 2 Oski cars nearly crash into each other at the final corner.
Rule 1. Don't be George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. Don't do that.
Don't turn into the right-hander like 2 cars aren't there.
They're not letting Bell get away though, are they? Mitchell Moran is still right on his tail. Oliver Newman passes Chris Hood for P11.
Am I right in assuming that Bell doesn't have ballast either?
Bell has got max ballast.
Why, because it's too quick?
Oh, he's got white.
Oh.
Oh, a little tap on the rear from Mitchell Moran. Bell is the championship leader.
That's why he was too quick.
It's not over though. It's not over till it's over. As Luke Mitchell is about to come around the last corner. But I don't. That's Harketay trying to go on the outside of Ockenhaug. Is he going to do it? Lots of room given there as they keep swapping positions. Looks like Ockenhaug's going to keep it. Bit of a squeeze. Luke Mitchell's coming around the last corner. So Luke Mitchell is going to win race 1 here at Brands Hatch. Scott Sovic with an easy P2. Now we just got to keep our eyes. Definitely not settled for 3rd.
Or 4th at this race.
Yeah.
I think 3rd. I think he might have it unless he really messes up here.
Oh, Nichols has got he's trying to get an overlap, but no, it doesn't look like he's going to do it. Ockenhaug as well just keeps ahead of Hargitay there for P6 in his first ever race here. Thomas Savigny P8 and Bradley Sellers in P9. So I think as it stands, Mike Bell would be in a championship winning position. He keeps the same gap to the 2 Rookie Monsters cars. Oliver Newman, P11, Chris Hood, Andy Horton, Stefan Nelson just keeps ahead of Tibor Kiss at the line. Peter Schooneman, P16, Jeffrey Ellis with a lot of steering damage in P17. And it's going to be Kevin Weeches and Gabor Vike bringing out the rear. Vike a long way down. He must have had to serve a penalty. Oh, he's going very slowly. Maybe he's already... Oh, no, his steering's at about a 50-degree angle.
That'd be it, then.
Oh. Chris has had a medical episode. Luke Mitchell wins race 1 with Scott Sovic in P2. Mike Bell, P3. Scott Mitchell, Martin, P4. And Jack Nichols, P5 after a race-long battle. P6, Magnus Ockenhaug. P7, Oliver Hargitay. P8, Thomas Savigny. P9, Bradley Sellers, and P10, Francisco Perez. P11, Oliver Newman. P12, Chris Hood. P13, Andy Horton. P14, Stefan Nelson. 15th, Tibor Kiss. 16th, Peter Schooneman. 17th, Jeffrey Ellis with a very damaged car. 18th, Louis Hartley after a drive-through. 19th, Kevin Weeches. 20th, and the last finisher is Gabor Vike. 21st, Maxime Bewley. 22nd, Louis Hesketh. And 23rd, Frederick Lahorn all DNF'd the race. So we go through the replays. That That's turn 1, so it looks like the two Maria Ford cars got into each other and then on just had nowhere to go. And T-bone Louis Hesketh. Turn 1 and turn 2, all very clean.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Especially after Long Beach, very surprisingly. Bit of rubbing, but nothing too extreme. There's Louis Hesketh. No, that's not right at all. Where Oliver Hargitay went off, he just ran wide and clipped the grass. Into the wall, dropped 3 or 4 positions there. That probably cost him a podium. We could have had 3 Hunter Birch cars on the podium. Francisco Perez, just a bit too much front-wheel drive action going on across the rear. And I think he did it again here, didn't he? No.
It's okay.
That's what happened.
Oh, Staffy!
No harm though, he likes a bit of rallycross, he's Swedish. So here's Jeffrey Ellis just getting on the grass. And no way you're going to stop once you're on the grass there. Louis Hartley going for a very gentle spin.
He's just on for a detour. He saw the ice cream shop and thought, oh yeah.
To the burger van. Right, so that's the end of race 1. We will have a quick break while we set the ballast for race 2. So ballast will be set in the order of finishing of race 1. So Luke Mitchell will have the most, all the way down to Francisco Perez, and then P11 downwards will have no ballast. As we just wait for our factor to sort itself out a bit. We could be a while.
Just let it come.
Right, thoughts from that first race?
There was certainly a motor race. We definitely went car racing. For all the good that entails.
Valuable insights there. That is Ted Kravitz level.
Listen, until I start comparing the Vauxhall badge with a block of cheese.
Cheese. There's our factor decides to load the game again. Pascal, any thoughts?
Definitely one of the cleaner races this season.
That says a lot, doesn't it?
They clearly took the announcement to heart.
But yeah, pretty enjoyable touring car race. And we should have more of the same in race 2 with the same drivers at the front. All with, well, people at the front with more ballast and the people further back with less. So
And what about the soft tires?
the soft tyres. Yes, I'd forgotten about those. I have the list here. So in race 2, we've got Frederick Lahon, Bradley Sellers, Francisco Perez, Luke Mitchell. So starting from pole with the soft tyres. That's dangerous. David Zanini, Maxime Bewley, Stefan Nelson, Andy Horton, Scott Mitchell-Malm, Jack Nichols. So it's definitely going to be interesting. All the guys at the front with the soft tyres on. Or most of them, at least. Right, as we wait for everyone to rejoin the server, we'll put on some weight, send them all to the cafe. I'm just going to mute myself while I'm typing so I don't deafen everyone. Talk amongst yourselves.
We see a dead model going around a hairpin. Why did Ford kill off like every interesting car they make?
You have one try at answering this.
Money.
No, SUVs.
I mean, what
Yeah,
like
you cut out the...
there's no reason for any sane human being to buy a Ford. But which is weird because oh hello, looks like a Ford backwards. But genuinely, there is no reason to buy a Ford now.
Didn't they increase the weight limit of cars recently in UK? I heard something like this.
Not that I'm aware of.
But yes, that's the reason why we don't have... That's why we can't have nice things.
Pretty sure it's still 3.5 tons.
Just park him at the car park at Luton Airport and we'll find out.
Especially if it says Range Rover on the back of it. But no, we are actually getting to the point where some of these new luxury SUVs are now getting to the point where in the UK they're starting to push 3 tons, so that if you had these 3-ton vehicles put 5 people in, like they're meant to be carrying, and a bit of luggage in the back, you would need a heavy goods vehicle license to drive it.
You mean the one time out of 365 days in a year?
I mean,
That
technically, yes, but the point still stands.
Yes.
There's a reason why we have that 3.5 ton weight limit. It's because if you hurtle a 3.5 ton block of metal towards something, it's going to do some damage. And I think a lot of people, especially with these, in the UK, you can buy an MG4 with like 500 horsepower or something stupid, and it's like 35,000, which is what you'd be paying for no more than a 200 horsepower hot hatch. And these things weigh like 2 tons, and they're being bought by people who have never driven anything performance orientated before, and they're getting into cars with power levels that even 10 years ago would have flattered supercars.
You can spend 40k on an electric Corsa.
That's such a joke. Why is the new Mini the budget option? The Mini was always the premium hatch. As soon as BMW started making their versions, it was the premium hatch, and now it's 10 grand cheaper than a Corsa. It's beggars belief, car prices.
Okay, I'm just waiting for a few people who've had an game crash, as is traditional at this point, and then we will
Listen,
move on to race 2.
you can take the R factor out of the drivers, but you can't take the drivers out of R factor.
As well, that was a
Just a bit of teammate love.
teammate love.
Get to do it in warm
It's
up
a
than the
team
race.
mating.
Teammate. This is how BMW 2 Series are made.
That's how the BMW X2's made.
As
What an
Jeff
awful
Nichols
car.
was trying to see if reversing on the track was quicker. It was not, and he's back in the garage. Peter Schuderman doing a bit of Formula Drift. Again,
Almost.
not quick.
Almost held it.
Meeting his old mate Barry.
Barry, yeah. Barry. Okay, as we are moving into the race session.
Excellent.
As a wise man once said, want to see me do it again. Oh, oh, oh.
Give it a chance.
Frederick Lahon disconnects as soon as we move to the race session. That's fortunate for him. I'm surprised this grid didn't generate more carnage, if I'm honest. This very compact grid.
That's because everyone had a fairly... Because we've got the light show in the background.
Yep. It's a tribute to... I don't know.
Excellent, well done.
Brain thought of the joke, but didn't think of the punchline.
Congratulations.
10 seconds to lights out. Any bets? I say Luke Mitchell again.
There will be a motor race.
You sure about that? It could be a red flag. As lights are going on. And lights out, I think that was...
Hey, someone didn't start!
Oh, stomach has...
Someone didn't start!
I think everyone managed to get around him okay, but that hasn't done his...
Miracle. Oh, hello, there's an accident.
Hasn't done his chances of winning the race.
I saw a BMW. What?
There's a bit of carnage, but it's not as bad as before. As we've got one of the purple Infinities round at Druids. At the minute, it's Jack Nichols in the lead. Luke Mitchell, P2, Mike Bell, P3, and Scott Mitchell, P4. Bradley Sellers up to P5. He's going to be looking to try and get past Mike Bell at all costs to try and keep his championship alive. He tries to go around the outside. He has a little look at the outside of Scott Mitchell. Probably going to need to wait a few laps before you pull any moves like that.
Oh!
Ooh, was that a little touch at the rear there, or did he lose it on his own?
Either way, the net result is he's lost a position.
Yep, that might be a post-race report. We'll have to see.
Just keeping you.
Scott Mitchell and Luke Mitchell.
Are we going to have a Smurf one too?
Brotherly love is about to be put to the test. I think, who's that? Savigny in the wall under the bridge. Don't know how he's done that. Scott Mitchell and Luke Mitchell right next to each other coming into the first corner. Scott Mitchell's going to go for the up and under. I think he's going to do it. He's got a great run through the middle of the corner.
On the inside, and that's everything at this. Oh,
yep.
To be fair, hanging it.
Bit of a squeeze, but nice and clean. Jack Nichols already 2.5 seconds up the road. As did Mitchell just let Mike Bell through there. He's got to be careful because he might also let Bradley Sellers through. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear, oh dear. I think Sellers is going to do it though. He's done a 2-in-1 down the straight. But he runs wide coming into the corner. Oh,
bonk, bonk. There we go. That's simply hideous accident.
I think Mike Bell was carrying a bit too much speed into the corner there. But we'll have to watch on the replays after the race. That's going to be a bit contentious. The two championship, first and second in the championship, both crashed into each other. Race 2 here at Brands Hatch. So
Wrong track.
Jack Nichols, Scott Mitchell and Luke Mitchell. 2-3 on the podium. Francisco Perez is piling on the pressure to Luke Mitchell. Luke Mitchell seems to be struggling with that 75 kilos on the soft tyres.
Oh, okay. You got strolled there a bit.
Ellis round the outside.
No, he hit the inside curb.
Yep, that looks like it was of Mike Bell's own doing, unfortunately. As he's lost his rear wing, he's probably going to have to DNF from this one. Well, that's another twist in the championship.
Ooh, that's a bit of a squeeze there.
As we've also got Andy Horton out of the race and Peter Schoenemann out of the race.
Looks like Zelda's got a run here on Hargatai.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully we're not about to see a repeat of what happened last time around.
He had a look.
I know for a fact that Mike Bell and Bradley Sellers are very good friends. Maybe not anymore. Scott Mitchell-Marm actually beginning to claw in a little bit on Jack Nicholls at the front. Gap now down to 2 seconds dead. As Jeffrey Ellis and Louis Hesketh are fighting down in P9 and P10. Looks like
Oh, there we go.
bit of a bump there. That was very overambitious from Louis Hesketh. You do have to stop if you're going to make an overtaking manoeuvre into a corner. As they're still going at it. Ellis
There's
was a bit
still
wide.
accidents.
And it now looks like Kiss is going to get through on the inside of Hesketh. This allowed Sovic to get through, who, remember, didn't set off from the line and is ready.
And has crashed.
Yep. And he's crashed.
All credit to the Ford for holding that, you know.
Tibor Kiss also kept it out of anyone else's car and has got going again. Scott Mitchell-Marm continues to catch up to Jack Nicholls. 1.8 seconds is the gap. Luke Mitchell 4 seconds down. As Hargatai and Perez are fighting, Hargatai and Sellers are fighting, sorry. Sellers trying to get past Hargatai.
Seems that Honda just has the legs of the straight, but the straight isn't long enough.
Did Sellers have the soft tyres? I have forgotten.
You're the one who makes a spreadsheet.
Doesn't mean I read it.
Okay.
Bradley Sellers on the soft tyres, yeah. And both of the Oski cars also on the soft tyres, which explains how they're managing to scamper a bit. Francisco Perez also on the soft tyres. So most of the cars, I think, down to Ockenhaug, as that's Perez off wide. It's an interesting line.
That is the actual line. Did you not know?
Is it? Is that
And
the
now we're going
line?
3 wide.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fair enough. As we're coming up to Druids, Perez going to be stuck on the outside here. Sellers.
Put in.
Yep, Sellers.
It's still there.
Clearance. Perez is going to try and hold it on the inside.
I think the Honda didn't expect. I think the Honda didn't expect them. I mean, I don't know why the Honda's flashing. It's kind of his own fault.
Oh,
And
a little love tap. And that
he's going
allows
for first.
Ockenhaug to come up alongside Sellers. Substantial amount of door banging going on there, but that's touring cars for you.
I would assume they are going for first.
Yes, I think they all are.
Like John Cleland.
As that's David Zanini has DNF'd, and Stefan Nilsson has also DNF'd.
And that is the extent of my touring car knowledge.
Sellers might have overheated his soft tyres there with all that rear end action with Perez.
Likely has.
Sounds very wrong.
I'm clipping that.
Oh dear. Starting to put a little gap there on Ockenhaug again. As it all settles down at the front a little bit.
Stefan and Zanini have DNF'd.
Yep. We've got Ellis and Sovic right together for P9 and P10. As David Zanini was not happy about a move into turn 3 at the start of the race. Sellers and Perez still on here with Ockenhaug now in the battle. Gap at the front between the top 4, all staying steady. Who was that one? Where was that? Perez again went a bit wide. That's allowed
What?
Sellers to get a run on him.
Yeah, he just puts his car in the perfect place, though. Slap bang in the middle. Oh, having
Sellers
a look
go
down the inside, though.
No,
Nope.
no space. Oh, but Perez goes wide.
Someone else went wide ahead.
Must have been Hargatai. As Sovic and Ellis are battling. It's a bit of a squeeze onto the grass. Still the battle for P5. It's definitely the closest on track. Ockenhau going for a look into turn 1 on Sellers, but no rim. 3
Oh, run
completely
though.
different cars. Going for it.
As is the official way.
Stumpy hatchback, long hatchback, and massive limousine.
What is wrong with you today, Stumpy Hatchback?
Look.
Just because you're down bad doesn't mean everyone else has to be.
I'm gonna take a minute and have a drink. Carry on.
Bonk. Running on the... That's not going to help. It seems to just kind of be deadlock at the minute. Track limits for the inside of that corner was nothing more than a suggestion for all of them. It does look like Sellers has a look now. Looks like he's got alongside. We can see a bit bash. I mean, they're being fairly respectable to each other. I wouldn't be giving that much room in the touring car.
I think Sellers has probably got this one with the inside line. Oh no!
No, there we go. There's the touring car move.
Oh, big crash for Perez. That was.
Disappointed but not surprised.
As they both DNF.
They're both just completely done. Isn't that P1 and P2 in the championship now?
So, just need to... What's happened in this race? Mike Bell is leading the championship. He is currently in P19, having lost his rear wing.
All credit to him, still going.
Yep, I think he's actually pitted to put the rear wing back on. And is battling cars that are... He's trying to unlap himself.
He's having some fun. Just let him vibe.
Bradley Sellers was P2 in the championship, and he's just crashed into a wall. So neither P1 or P2 in the championship are scoring. Jeffrey Ellis, P3 in the championship, currently P7.
Definitely gonna need to look at that. I feel like Sellers came over a bit too early.
Yeah, that was my thought as well. Oh, is
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's upside down!
Lost his rear wing again.
The mechanics right now must be absolutely fuming. Twice murdered by a Honda and all their hard work for
nothing. And that's
nothing.
their championship rivals as well. In both the team and the Drivers' Championship. Ed, if you're watching this, please close your eyes. As Mitchell Malm is still catching Nichols, 1.2 seconds the gap in front now.
Oh yeah, it must
It
be
seemed to have stabilised for most of the race, and I think Mitchell Malm has now decided to put his foot down a bit. I said, okay, you can have your fun at the front. I'm having the win.
I mean, the good thing is for Mike Bell, he can't lose any more positions. As long as he keeps
easy
going,
on his wheels. Oh, hello, a bit more love there.
but he's not going to be classified in the reverse grid draw, which is what he really needs. It's going to be only one of the top 3 of the championship who will be in that reverse grid draw. Jeffrey Ellis.
Where's he going?
Tibble Kiss. And who is that? Is that Hesketh?
Yep, Louis
Side
Hesketh.
by side, down the straight. Slick Kiss has got that one in the bag. Hopefully we don't try it up the inside. He's got too much speed. Ooh.
It is very...
Where's the Ford going?
That was very close. It's actually Mitchell catching up to Mitchell Malm at the front. As we've had 6 DNFs from this race. And that's
Something
a new
must
record.
have happened there to bring those three together.
Yeah, no, I think
having a
Alice
look.
and Sovic have just
Bulio
caught up.
had an off track.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, it nearly happened again.
Alice is going to be keen to stay ahead of these two. Oh,
Ooh.
no! Oh, there's
Ping
two of
pong,
them
ping
saved
pong.
it.
Did you know that if you see a crash in front of you, you don't have to use your brakes?
Really?
That's official highway code rules.
Oh, cool. I'll bear that in mind. Does the
BMW
same work
clearly
for
did.
children?
Yes.
That's Newman and Hurd going at it. Hurd's coming back there. Oh, that was a aggressive rejoin from Newman. As I'm waiting for the storm in the Discord after this race.
I can confirm that it's already happening.
Good. I can also confirm that in a different Discord server, Mike Bell, Bradley Sellers, Jeffrey Ellis, Oliver Hargitay, and Oliver Newman are all in the same call, and they've just had many crashes together. So
It's probably
could
not
be
safe to wear.
frosty atmosphere in that Discord level right now. So we're all still stable up at the front with, I think Jack Nicholls is now on his penultimate lap. Been a very well controlled race at the front from the two Oski cars. Jeffrey Ellis going to be the big winner out of this one in terms of the championship. We should claw quite a few points back on Mike Bell.
What was that with Ray? With a slide passing on the inside.
These two are having a great little battle. In this kind of area of the grid, that means you're eligible for the first pole. So you want to give yourself the best possible chance to get a good result in that. There's a bit of a squeeze being put on by Newman onto Hood, but it looks like he's managed to keep him clear there. As Jack Nicholls begins what is going to be his last lap of the race.
Excellent.
Oh, Mitchell Munn with a big lookout I just noticed into turn one. Ain't over till it's over.
I'll tell that to Newman.
Tell that to the 6 cars for which it is definitely over. Vike in the pit lane, making repairs. He's missing his front left wheel. We've got a laps car getting involved in the battle at the front, trying to unlap himself. That is going to be Hartley, it looks like.
Oh no. Is he? Have a look around the outside. Has he got that much of an oak? No. Okay. Ooh, bit of a kiss.
Yeah, this is Hesketh and Sovic. Sovic's going to go for the up and under there. It looks like he's got it. Hesketh got on the grass. That ruined his exit. Jack Nicholls 2 corners away from the checkered flag now. In the Smurfmobile. I think that was pretty much a lights to flag victory for him. So that's going to be Jack Nicholls winning race 2 here at Brands Hatch. His teammate Scott Mitchell-Malm in P3 and P2 even. Luke Mitchell in P3 as Tibble Kiss went off, I think, right at the end there, letting Sovic and Hesketh back through. Oliver
They
Hargitay
tried
finishes
to
P4.
overtake Bulio, I think.
Okay. Ockenhau P5, Ellis across the line in P6. Bewley P7. Sovic is going to finish P8 after not as Tibble Kiss crashes on his way to the start-finish line. So Chris Hood is going to pass him.
And,
I think
Newman
Kiss had
DNF'd.
big damage on his car. Newman DNF'd. What happened there? Oh, his car burst into flames.
Unfortunate. At least it wasn't at Luton Airport.
Yeah, sure. Kevin reaches P12, Thomas Vinny P13. Looks like Louis Hartley's finished. So Oliver Newman, despite his car bursting into flames, is still going to be classified in P14. So Jack Nichols wins. Scott Mitchell second, Luke Mitchell. Maxime Bewley 7th, Scott Sovic 8th, Louis Hesketh 9th, and Chris Hood in 10th. Tibble Kiss 11th, Kevin Reaches 12th, Thomas Savigny 13th, Oliver Newman 14th, Louis Hartley 15th, Mike Bell after a pretty dismal race, P16, Gabor Vake 17th, and the DNFs we've got Bradley Sellers, Francisco Perez after a colossal accident, David Zanini, Stefan Nelson, Peter Shinneman, and Andy Horton. As Chris is unfortunately leaving us now to go and stare at his new phone. Bye, Chris. Okay. Well, he's already gone. Thoughts from that one, Pascal?
Some interesting incidents for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that was a big one at the start for Newman.
Nice rejoin as well.
Yeah, we didn't see that on the stream at the time. As one of the purple Infinities got very decided to carry all of the speed into droids. So it didn't really work out for him. And then we've got someone off on the side there. That is, I think, is as oh dear, big crash for Stefan. And this was Peter Schuneman. Again, they just lost it on his own, it looks like. And another
Very
massive
big bonk.
accident. This was Bell. So yeah, it looks like Bell just washes out wide, doesn't he, and spins it.
Yeah, too much speed
Spins
there.
himself around the front of Sellers. Oh, and another questionable rejoin, we'll call that. Sellers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for me that's too early to the left while the car is still there. Spins himself out.
And this is Bell and Newman. Bell on the outside, Newman just carries in too much speed. And Bell goes for a flip. This was Gabor White, with right behind the leaders. Oh, and he just got the gravel there. That's what happened to his wheel. He managed to recover it to the pits, though. Right, is it time for the Wheel of Doom?
It do be.
My favourite time. Right, so we've got P6 to P16,
Oh
and it's
no.
going to be it's a small one.
Second worst.
Second worst. So P7, that is Bewley on pole, race 3. He's going to be pretty happy with that, I'd imagine. As Vike disconnects from the server, as has become tradition. I think he's got internet problems today. So this is going to be a with the quick guy is pretty close to the front still. It's going to be interesting. And as we just wait for our factor to load in. Right, the tyre choice for race 3. Get it up. So for race 3 on the soft tyres, we've got Peter Schuneman, Gabor Vike, Jeffrey Ellis, Tibor Kiss, Hargitay, Scott Sovic, and Magnus Ockenhau. All these guys are going to be quite near the front, so it's definitely going to be interesting. Money possibly on either Hargitay or Ockenhau, I'd say.
Yep.
Ellis as well in P, I think he's P2, so he could be right up there. Right, let's move to warm up, set the grid, and of course we've got the random weather to contend with in race 3 as well, just in case everyone wasn't having enough fun already. I'll be back in a second. Just going to mute my microphone while I'm typing. Okay, so the ballast and the grid have been set. Race 3, we'll just give everyone a couple more minutes of break. And then we'll crack on the last race of the day. I think looking at the comments in the Discord channel, race 1 was possibly a lot worse, or that last race was a lot worse than on the stream, especially at the start. And we didn't really see Scott Sovic's the full effect of Scott Sovic's stall
Yeah, I
on the
don't,
grid.
don't see the red flags there, to be honest.
No, it's of course very difficult to judge that from live camera angle. But most people seem to get through okay. It was the preceding incidents that
Yep.
brought the pain. Right, are you ready for race 3?
So ready.
The random weather reverse grid spicy race. So I think we're waiting for anyone else.
No, someone just left.
Oh, Louis Hartley is disconnected from the race. That's not good strategy.
Fully spreading the last half of the season.
Yeah. No title defense here. Right. Well, I think it's the last 3 races we've had rain in race 3.
Yeah, well, the last time rain was because they couldn't behave.
The big rain, the apocalyptic rain. In race 3 at Long Beach. Looks like Louis Hartley has lost his internet, so we'll just have to start without him because we don't know how long until he'll be back. So, moving to the race. Hold on to your hats, everyone.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Right. As we have the 1 minute countdown on to the green lights for the last time here today at Brands Hatch.
Looks sunny.
Does look sunny. Oh, not anymore, it
What?
doesn't. What were you saying? Jeffrey Ellis P2. Smart money could be on him, the soft tyres, but you've also got Ockenhaug in the BMW with soft tyres right behind him. 20 seconds still to go. It's looking a bit dark.
I mean, Ockenhaug did show some decent racecraft, so I wouldn't put it past him.
No, for sure. And we've still got Luke Mitchell's only in 5th, Mitchell Moore only in 6th, and they're not far down. Ovick in 8th as well on the soft as the lights are on. And it's green for... Oh, Sellers gets a jump start penalty. That's not how he'd want to start his race. Ellis gets away quite well. You've got Bewley on the inside. He's going to try and hold it. Got a bit of lag there. I can't see what's going on too well. And we've got one of the Smurf cars off. The Husky
Architect
cars
to
off.
P2 somehow.
So Ellis has got the lead. That's exactly what he'll have been wanting to do from there. I believe it was Jack Nichols who went off there at Paddock Hill Bend. So our race 2 winner not having the best start to race 3.
Sellers also DNF'd already.
Yeah, he had that penalty. Don't know if he was also involved in the crash. As everyone seems to have got through except Sellers, of course. Mike Bell up to P14. As he gets involved again with Oliver Newman. Newman off. As they're fighting near the back, but it's Ellis who managed to break away a little bit from Hoggetay at the front. Maxime Bewley down to P6, so he's not had the best start from that position. As Kevin Reaches and Andy Horton have got involved in an accident back, I can see. Stefan Nelson as well. As that is, 3 DNFs already. Some kind of collision there. Let's see what happened.
I'm not sure about the defense Ockenhaug just put up there. Bit of weaving.
As Ellis goes a bit wide there through turn 1. Big moves going on at Druids. As oh no, that's someone got turned around there. I think at Druids. But no harm done. Jeffrey Ellis still holding the lead.
Another soft is coming into play here.
Yep, for sure. You got the 4 on the softs currently 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's a train. The top 5 is currently a train. Sovic. Having a look on Ockenhaug. Looks like Ellis is struggling a little bit. He doesn't seem to have the outright pace to be able to get away from it. As Ockenhaug goes for the move, but then has to defend. Goes a bit deep, and here comes Sovic on the inside.
Yeah,
Has he
that
got an overlap?
might be going the way of Sovic.
As Hoggetay moves out and gives Sovic a little bit of a slipstream there, which would have helped him. Sovic up the inside, he makes the move stick on Ockenhaug.
Nice move.
Very nice move. Mitchell Moore moves up against Chris Hood, does he?
All that battling also brought Luke Mitchell more back into the fight.
Yep. Mitchell always seems to be there no matter what tyres he's on or what ballast he's on. I think Scott Sovic is looking the raciest out of this. And weirdly enough, I don't think Scott has ever won a race in the 2 seasons.
Would be very surprising, but yeah.
It's come very close, but I don't. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if he's actually ever won. So he's now going for a look on Hargitay, rubbing his bumper. Louis Hesketh in P6. Jack Nichols also making his way back up, already up to P13 after his off-track excursion at the start of the race. Mitchell Mon making a position up to 7th, passing Chris Hood. Mike Bell also crucially starting to move up. He is up to... Oh! As I say that, Mike Bell is tumbling down the order. What's happened there? I think he's been involved in another crash, Mike Bell. Jeffrey Ellis
Still stationary.
still leading. Obviously everyone's decided to make the championship interesting for the last round. Sovic trying to go around the outside of Hargitay. That's not work, but he might be able to get a cut back on him. Which, yeah, big move from Hargitay.
Very spicy
Sovic.
defense.
Yeah, he's now got the inside, but not really any space there. This is all bringing Ockenhaug back into...
So he's not going to be happy about that.
No, he's absolutely not going to be happy about that. He wants a little bit more. Hargitay, I think, has become known for his astute defending, we'll call it, over the races, the last few races in the championship. Oh, he hits the back of Ellis there, and that sends him all kinds of sideways. Then we're now 3 wide for the lead, and that's Mitchell going up the inside. Is it of Ellis? No. Oh, it is. Okay. So Mitchell, who was in P5. Oh no, it's Ockenhaug in the. Ellis holds on to P2. Is Sovic gonna stick it for P3? I think he is. Mitchell's gone across. What on earth happened there? Sovic still holding it for P3. Hargitay now dropping back to P5. I wasn't expecting that going into the
No,
first corner.
definitely not.
They came out almost reversed to the order they went in.
I would not be disappointed with an Ockenhaug window.
Absolutely not. Just he is driving for Scuderia Maria Blossom, but the car was broke. The skin was having some issues, so he's had to take the spare car. But he would be scoring points for Scuderia Maria Blossom, who I don't think have won a race this season. Luke hasn't won a race, has he? Sovic's not giving up though. I get the feeling if he can clear Ellis, then he might be in with a chance.
Now that Hargitay is out of the way there.
Wouldn't count
It
him
looked
out,
like he...
though.
Yeah, it looked like he got surprised there for a moment.
Very sideways. Here comes Sovic. Inside of Ellis. He's going to get it done. Grass a little bit. Sovic holds it. Mitchell's there as well. As Sovic's out a little bit wide. Here comes Mitchell. I think Sovic's just about got the clearance. No, Mitchell dives to the inside. Very, very clean and respectful driving between this lot. Sovic still on the side, Mitchell there, and he's got the inside for the next corner. I think he'll have
And the
him cleared before.
slipstream.
holds it.
Ooh,
Ellis gets
very
the
tight.
cutback. Mitchell gets the cutback. Well, this is allowing Ockenhaug to scamper off. He's 2.5 seconds
Two-
up the road.
That was 1 second just over the line, I think. So,
Yeah.
and he did do a fastest first sector already this lap.
Scott Sovic can't quite get the overlap, but Luke Mitchell can. He's on the grass. The inside for the last corner. And Mitchell's going to get through it. Looks like Sovic's got to be careful he doesn't lose another place to Hargitay there.
I think
That's
we're gonna see
Ockenhaug.
that happen.
The fastest lap. Sovic dives to the inside of Mitchell. Got it stopped, but now here comes Hargitay.
Can he keep it around the outside? He keeps his tire alongside and might be able to defend.
Yeah, I think he should still have it. He's got the inside for the next corner.
Yep.
It's quite difficult to go around the outside there, so I think... Yeah, looks like to go on 8. Hargitay hangs it round. Sovic's got the drive out of the corner. I think Sovic's got it covered unless Hargitay goes for a dive there. Well, Sovic gets a bit unstable there. Will he be able to start clawing back that gap to Mitchell and Ellis? Now he has stopped battling so hard with Hargitay. You've also got Scott Mitchell-Martin coming up behind these guys at quite a rate of knots.
Only 2 seconds. Yeah, you see him in the background now.
Jack Nichols as well after his off at turn 1 is trying to find a way past Louis Hesketh currently, bringing Peter Shinham along with him. Yep, battling hard back there for P7. Shinham and
Mitchell trying it around the outside. That's not gonna work.
there's Shinham starts tumbling down the order. Something's happened there. Ockenhaug now 4 seconds in the lead. As Ellis keeps defending hard. Bell currently still P13, so scoring a handful of points. There's Shinham in DNFs. I didn't realise we had so many DNFs. Well, so caught up on the leader battle. Oh, Ellis is off.
Ellis going straight.
What's that? Did he do the same as he did in race 1 and get on the dirt?
I think so. He broke on the. He was breaking on the dirt, yeah.
So another
So
twist
did
of the
Mitchell and now
championship.
got
Sovic's
Sovic through.
And Hargitay into 3rd. So many changes. I can't keep track. As Bell is now ahead of Ellis. That's crucial.
Yeah, that must
Ellis
be
is
big damage.
DNF'd.
There we go. Big damage.
Sovic's going to try and get away now, but he won't have enough time to catch Ockenhaug unless
I
Ockenhaug
don't
makes a
think so.
mistake. So it's currently a Norwegian 1-2. Which probably weren't expecting at the start of the race.
Nope. No. That looks like Andy Horton coming into play. Let's see how he affects this battle. Hopefully he
Just
just
shoot him in
gets out
DNF
of the
and
way.
Crimson DNF. So now about 7, 2, 3, 4,
15,
8
14.
cars up. Yeah. So everyone that finishes is currently scoring points. As is that a windscreen wiper?
It is. Oh boy.
Sovic's car. 3 minutes to go. Doesn't look too heavy right now.
Wagner's getting out of the way very nicely.
Suffolk is catching Hockenhauer at
Yeah,
quite a rate. He's gained a second on that lap with...
obviously he has the experience with a
Yes,
damp track compared to Ockenhawk,
fastest
so
lap by 0.3 of a second.
that's impressive,
Sideways.
considering it already started raining.
Absolutely. I'd rather be on in a front-wheel drive car in such conditions as well.
People are going off.
It's looking like it's getting a bit treacherous out there. As the rain has just stopped, actually. Sovik 3.3 behind Ockenhauer. Oh, as he runs wide though, that's not going to help. Anything else going on down the field? Gaps are all fairly stretched out. Down, Tibble Kiss has just passed Savigny. Oh, Hockenhaug's making a mistake, I think. 2.5 seconds to Sovik now. 2 laps to go.
A bit spicy.
Absolutely. Hargitay and Mitchell are having a fight as Mike Bell moves up to P11. I think this might...
1.5 seconds.
I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to get Bell the championship. I won't be able to make that call right here, right now.
Oh, let's go. So Vic is coming closer every corner. But it looks of it.
Yes. 1 second almost. Mike Bell gains another position. .1 seconds. It's definitely not over. To catch is one thing, to pass is definitely another, especially on a wet Brands Hatch.
It looks like the rear wheel car is struggling a bit more than the front wheel.
Yep. They might have burned up their rear tyres and sliding around in the rain. Coming on to the last lap, 1 second between... Oh, someone dips his wheel into the grass. 10th. All it takes is one mistake from Ockenhauer. Oh, as he goes wide into turn 1. Sovik can smell it, can't he?
If someone can, it's definitely him.
Yep. Half a second.
That's where we get the most time in the last lap as well. And then it's stabilized in the other 2 sectors.
This is the last thing you want if you're about to win your first race, have someone start bearing down on you in tricky conditions. It's got enough though. Wasn't really any
Bit of a
opportunities.
mistake.
Ockenhauer runs a bit wide. Sovik runs even wider. 3
It is,
tenths. So we'll take a big mistake from Ockenhauer. He doesn't make one. So by the smallest of margins, it's Magnus Ockenhauer in race 3 from Scott Sovic, Oliver Hargitay, Luke Mitchell, Scott Mitchell Mole, Jack Nichols, Tibor Kiss. Wait for a few more of them to cross the line. Thomas Savigny is going to take 8th. Mike Bell is P9. So I think, I can't say with any certainty, but I think Mike Bell might be the champion. It's going to be close. David Zanini, P10. Maxime Bewley, P11, your pole sitter. Backwards quite quickly there. Louis Hesketh, P12. Oliver Newman's going to finish P13. Andy Horton, P14. And then the DNFs, Chris Hood, Jeffrey Ellis, Peter Schoenemann, Gabor Weich, Stefan Nelson, Kevin Reaches, Francisco Perez, and Bradley Sellers.
Time for replays then.
That was intense.
Yep.
So that looked like Nichols getting pushed or just use the
Looks like he got pushed.
This is Newman and Bell. So it looks like Bell again hits the inside curb. Pushes Newman out a little bit, although he was squeezed a tad. And that was from that angle. It's Horton and Reaches. That's what happened to Hood. Oh dear.
A lot of people involved there.
Very difficult to see what happened. Here's Jack Nichols and Peter Schoenemann. Inside, squeezing Nichols a little bit. Much damage done. This was Hargitay, yeah, he went back of Ellis quite hard, didn't he? And then Sofik really sent out the inside. Hargitay paid for his mistake there.
Yep.
Probably won if he hadn't done that. This is Newman and right, we're not going to hit the brakes there, are we? Right. Interesting. Looking forward to seeing some of the more angles when they come in. That's Newman, who I guess had big damage going off wide on the circuit. This is Bewley and Kiss. Yeah, Bewley just got wide. Maybe that was when it started raining. Hard to tell. Oh, his wipers are on. Too much speed, as that's Peter Schoenemann retiring there. This was... yeah.
Bonk.
Nothing you can do. As soon as you touch the grass... oh. Well, Ellis found out. Dead. Wonder if that killed the engine. Because he's just rolling there, isn't he?
Looks like it.
Oh. As that was Bell also losing it. And dipping a wheel into the grass and drifting it round. So all of our championship protagonists have had awful races. Across all 3 of the races, nearly.
And it's our replay storm.
Sorry. We got Scott Sovic waiting for an interview, so let's try again. Scott, hello.
Hello.
Close. Very close.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, race 1, race race 2 as well. Like, with the way that grid was, I probably would have had a chance at the. I feel like I had such a solid setup, and just everything was clicking. And then in the actual races, it just went away at the start. I don't know what happened in race 2, and then race 3, like, I mean, you saw the pace I had. Like, I'm actually disappointed that I didn't win despite starting from 8th. Like, the pace was more than good enough for me to do so, and I just got stuck behind people at the wrong time. Honestly, it was just a bit unfortunate to not get up there quick enough. But you know, sometimes that's just how it is. But Considering I got 2 second places today, I think that's probably my best result of the season, and that 8th place as well in race 2, despite what happened. Is I mean, championship wise, it's fantastic, but honest, from a personal point of view, I'm a bit disappointed that I've failed to win a race despite having the best opportunity to do so by far. And yeah, I don't know how it's going to be at Willow Springs, but I'm honestly expecting a few penalties because it's not the best I've driven either. So that's just how it is.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be the only one in that, especially in race 3. I think we had nearly half the grid DNF'd in that one.
Mm.
But yeah, I think one more corner you'd have had him there.
Yeah, probably on it. It's just as well when I was starting to catch up, just my left front just kind of went. I think it was a bit of the damage from what happened up ahead with Hargitay and Ellis, like that. Just as well, I at that point it was like, if I go on the brakes as well, I'm gonna get a snap oversteer, and it was like either I do that or I hit Hargitay, and it was like I had to choose between, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place as well. So I mean, I really feel for Ollie there. That's not a situation you should be unlucky enough to find yourself in as well, because I was just really, really unlucky.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, he costed himself there, I would say so. He went too late on the brakes there against, who was it, Ellis? Yes.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad for Ellis there. Just crash out in almost such a hopeless way.
Mm.
Pretty much losing his shot at the championship. But yeah, it was good, entertaining racing from everyone up front. Enjoyed that one quite a lot. We've also got here Louis Hesketh.
Hello.
Hello. I can't remember where you finished. How was your race?
Race 2 and 3 until the final part of race 3 were amazing. Probably my best races ever in BTCC. Got amazing points for the team in the championship. Chris unfortunately DNF'd in race 3, but me and Thomas got P8, I think, and 12th. So really good points.
Yep.
But race 3, back straight, cleared the glass, and then just went straight on into barrier. So
yeah, it will do that.
yeah.
I think you weren't the only person to suffer that fate in race 3, especially. But congratulations on having your best races.
Thank you.
All right, doesn't look like there's anyone else for interview, so I think we can wrap up. As I said, I think Mike Bell has won the championship, but
Oh, well done.
it's so close that I can't call it officially yet. But we'll find out. If not, he's almost dead certain to win it when we get to Willow Springs.
Nope.
So I'm going to go and do some mathematics, but hopefully everyone's enjoyed that. And we'll see you in 2 weeks in Willow Springs for the season finale. So thank you for watching, and bye-bye.